Well, good afternoon. My name is Principal Edward Gordon,
And I'm Anna Banks.
and we are so glad to be with you for another brief episode of Youth Leadership Conversations with Anna and Edward. So, how are you doing this afternoon, Anna?
I am doing great. It's been a full day, I have to admit. Lots of coaching today. Today was really packed full of coaching um, and a disc assessment.
Very nice. So, you're definitely making an impact in people's lives and organizational lives. So, I'm excited to learn more about as we continue this journey talking about the ebook. You will thank us. And I know that today you're going to share another great teaching about the personality characteristics of effective leaders. So we're not going to hold up the audience even more. We're going to jump right into it. And I'm excited to learn more about the personality characteristics of effective leaders as well. So the floor is all yours, Anna.
Oh, well, thanks a lot, Edward. Well, the truth of the matter is, we've all heard it at one time or another that leaders are made, not born. Or whether you think that that's true or not, there are still some characteristics that really distinguish leaders from other people. And so, if you've ever wondered what some of those characteristics are that make a person a natural leader or a leader that has really positioned themselves to learn what is needed, let me give you just a couple of those characteristics today. And one other thing that I just want to mention is even though some of these may seem like they are appropriate only for adults, that is definitely not true, because you will see some of these same characteristics show up in our leader youth, in our youth leaders, whether they are in kindergarten or they're in college. You can see some of these same characteristics. So, without further ado, just let me get started on the first characteristic. So, the first characteristic is that most leaders are task oriented. Now, what that means is that they believe in getting things done. They are a doer. They are doers. They're the kind of people or the kind of youth or student that focuses on getting something done and not stopping until the task is finished. Now, I have to admit, sometimes I'm not like that. However, because we all have this characteristic in us, we can groom it. We can make it more pronounced in our lives. Task-oriented people really do not need to be babysat in order to get something done. They have their own internal motivation. So let's look at the second characteristic. They have an honest self-image. Now, why do you think that that's important? Well, I'm glad that you asked. Those that have a honest self-image find that they will garner a lot more respect when they are honest with themselves as well as with others. They're the people that are very transparent also about their flaws, and they don't pretend to be perfect. So honest self-image is the second characteristic. The third characteristic is that these leaders are people persons. They're people. They absolutely love people. You will find them, whether they are tired or not, leading something, leading someone by the end of the day. They just can't help themselves. They can also be both introverts and extroverts. So don't think that just because they're people that they have to be the introverts or they have to be the extroverts. We find that characteristic present in all. And then the last piece or the last characteristic of these effective leaders is that they have infectious joy. They are the kind of people that you just love being around, and other people do too. They just seem happy in general. They always are sharing an idea or a thought that makes them happy and also makes the people who are listening happy too. And so, what are some of those characteristics of effective leaders? They are task-oriented. They're the doers. They like to get things done. They have an honest self-image. They are accepting and they're of their own flaws. They're also people, and they also have an infectious joy. So that is our teaching or our topic for today. I hope that as people start to look at themselves as people are looking at or reading the book, that they'll start to evaluate themselves and see just where you fall on the personality characteristics of effective leaders.
Well, thank you, Anna, for that teaching around the personality characteristics of effective leaders. And the way that you can get a copy of this amazing ebook, you can go to the website, youwillthankus.com. Again, youwillthankus.com. And you can download your complimentary version of this ebook that has 8 strategies to develop youth leaders. And again, I think one thing that stood out for me in your teaching today is around people person is that for me as a leader, I just love to support people, and not only adults, but also I'm excited about now working with the youth with the Wave Youth Leadership program. And for all of those in the audience, if you want to learn more about the Wave Youth Leadership program, you can email us at waveyouthleadershipnj@gmail.com. Again, waveyouthleadershipnj@gmail.com. And Anna Banks, as well as myself, we will enjoy the opportunity to share information about this amazing program and how it will benefit youth in schools, in church organizations, community organizations serving youth. And we are definitely here to support you as you support the youth all around this country. So again, Anna, thank you for another great teaching around youth leadership. And I just want to encourage everyone to tune in next Wednesday at 1:10 p.m. for another amazing teaching around youth leadership. Have a wonderful afternoon, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye now.